Is the universe just? So I've received this question in a comment. This person was wondering why a bad person that did bad deeds was so well off. Seems like that person had everything, right? Well, my message is don't be deceived by the 3D, because you don't know what people are feeling inside. By default, and this is a metaphysical truth, if you feel like you're in a hell inside, if you're suffering inside, then you're gonna do bad things to people. So the question, is the universe just? Why does it seem like the bad guys and the bad women can get away with things? The truth is they don't. No one can get away with things. They can just postpone their karma. So does karma exist? It's not necessarily karma. Karma is based in the illusion of time, so that you do bad things and then you'll be reincarnated in a bad life. It doesn't work like that. So when you know time is an illusion, karma doesn't really exist. Does it mean that evil people get rewarded? Initially, it may seem like they get rewards short term, but those outer rewards are very short-lived. If you truly are a malicious person at your core, you will always be punished for that by the simple fact that there's a universal law. If you do bad things to people, or if something bad has been done to you, you don't need to get revenge on them. It's tempting, because you think, oh, otherwise it wouldn't be punished. It's tempting. But the truth is, they are suffering enough already. Why? Because their inner world is so destructive, is so toxic, and they have to live with that every single day. That's why bad people that you think get away with things commit suicide all the time. Because they never get away with things. And even if you think they live a long life and they seem happy, they're empty inside. They don't know what it's like to feel self-love. They don't know what it's like to completely accept yourself. They don't know what love is. Do you know what kind of hell that is? This is also a thing. Hurt people hurt people. Happy people will never hurt another being. Why? Because happy people are too happy to harm others on purpose. They're just too happy. They're just too loving. They just spill over in happiness. And it's the only thing that you need to see. If you have been wronged by someone, you think, oh, that's sad. They must not love themselves. And you see it. And they can hide it with all the material possessions as they like. And you think, aha, they've won. They haven't. You can never win if you lose your soul. The only fulfillment is your soul. There's no fulfillment in the outer things, because it's an illusion. So if you think people have gotten away with things and they're just happy to exist, they are miserable inside. Because they wouldn't do the bad things in the first place if they were happy. A happy, peaceful person would never bully others, mistreat others. So the only thing is, have some compassion, because they don't know any better. Hurt people hurt people. Happy people never hurt people. So they are punished enough. That is why the universe is just. So even if it's not in this life, it's in the next life, there's always an effect, because whatever you put out, you get back. And this is instant. It even happens instantly. In real time, if you harm another person on purpose, you are in real time harming yourself, because that other person is you. If you want to look at it through the lens of linear time, you will be that person in the next life, and then you'll see yourself killing yourself. You're just selves killing yourselves, and also other beings. You are everyone already. So this is the real meaning of karma, or a just universe. The justice is that everyone is you. That's the justice. So if you live in separation and you choose to ignore the oneness, which you can do, you can choose that, then you're just going around harming others And you think, oh, I don't feel that because this, I'm gonna live forever in this specific meat suit. No, you don't. No, you don't. And some people try to outrun or escape this karma, like the evil elite, right? They can't. They can greatly delay the repercussions. They can delay it, but they will never escape it because they're all one with everyone else. So there is no such thing as revenge. What are you going to do? Someone harms you and then you're going to harm them back? You're one with them, so stop harming yourself. Self-harm. And if you have the illusion that they got away, then you're living in separation consciousness again. No one gets away with anything. No one. Everything is watched, observed. Everything is in perfect balance. So whatever you put out, you get back. That's the truth of revenge or karma. It's instant. Instant karma, as you may say. And also we can do it to ourselves with, if you put out a feeling of guilt all the time, you are asking your surroundings to punish you. So it's also an energy thing. Doesn't mean you're a bad person, you just emanate. Please, universe, punish me because I'm so bad. You see this in religion, because it's built on shame, guilt, and fear. They get punished, right? Punishing themselves. And then it becomes a vicious cycle. Universal law. Be careful with wanting to get revenge on someone. The meaning of being the bigger person or turning the other cheek, if you want to go there, is that you are aware of universal law, that everything is one. So you don't emanate revenge, because that implies that you are separate from the other and you need to punish the other. It also implies that you can be victimized by anyone. You can't, because you are a powerful, self-love abundant. You are consciousness itself, so you can never, even if someone takes everything from you, you still are a divine fractal in the universe. That's what it truly means to forgive. No one can take your power away. No one can taint you in any way. No one can harm you. And that's why you can let it go easily. If you don't forgive, or you keep holding on to it and want revenge, that means you are in direct contradiction with universal law. So universal law is wisdom. I'm not going to hurt any other being, even if they hurt me or they have tried to, they can try to devalue you in any way. They can try, they will never win. Because I know who I am. I love myself too much. I love others too much. I'm overflowing. So I say, oh, that's sad. You must feel so alone. You must feel so lost. That's why you're so mean. Just compassion. Because they cannot harm you. They're just lost in their own little delusion. So they project onto you. And we do that ourselves when we don't feel good. Notice how you project anger on others or irritation. Because you just don't know how to cope. We are both sides, you know. It's not that one is good and one is not good. The one that's most aware wins every time. Because the one that's most aware feels whole and complete. And that's what everyone wants. To feel that connection. And that requires introspection. Be able to face yourself, your fears, your deepest fears, your desires, your cravings, your darkness. If you are able to do that, it's called shadow work. Then you won't project on others. And the one who has done the most inner work is the most loving, peaceful being. And higher awareness always wins. Not the one who shouts the most or is in resistance the most, fights the most. It's survival of the most aware. Because it's an illusion. the separateness is an illusion. No one gets to escape the consequences of their actions, because their energy is all observed. You cannot hide how you truly feel. If you have negative thoughts about a person, you will feel the repercussions. You don't even have to act or say anything. Energy is all open. You cannot hide. You think you can hide things from the universe? No. Everything is felt. Everything is known. On a subconscious level, people just don't want to be around you, because you emanate anger, hate, insecurity. You drain their energy. That's why people don't want to be around you when you're full of negative energy. So you don't blame them. No one wants to be around an abusive person. That's why the universe is just. There's a natural mechanism that keeps the pure souls away. Pure souls that do introspect, do inner work, that are very loving. There's a natural protection that keeps them away from abusive people that never introspect. And the only way that that abusive person can get out of that is to face their own shadows, their own demons, and surrender and humble themselves. Then they can stop being envious and jealous of people that are shining very bright, that are very happy and just full of love, full of health, full of all the things. So they have everything that you don't have because you're miserable. That's why you have to compensate with all your material stuff. Look, I have this mansion. I have these supercars. I have this body. Showing off. Why? No one really cares. Everyone is just busy with their own ego. No one cares what you have or what you do, honestly. Everyone is just preoccupied with their own egoic identity. Because almost no one is enlightened. So when you discover that you are infinitely valuable and you are infinitely loved and you truly feel that, and you have faced all your uncomfortable feelings from your childhood that come up in the present moment, then you're free, and then you can truly feel that you truly don't need all the other stuff, all the things or all the achievements. You're just too happy in yourself and you're just free. And it feels like a breath of fresh air, just wonderful, magical. If you're such a miserable person and you see a person being whole and fulfilled within because they have done the inner work, the shadow work, they have come to terms with their own egoic selfishness and their envy and their greed, then they get envious. And it's so painful because it solidifies, it's confirming their own lack of that consciousness, awareness, that they project all the dirty, the darkness onto you in any way. It can be anything, and all the small things that they notice in you that you're imperfect about, they will weaponize in order to bring down your value, because they sense you're so full of self-love and you care about your health and you care about others and you're such a light. They don't want to tear you down, bring them back to your level, because they're hurting so much. So if such a person hurts you, just know you don't have to get revenge, because they're hurting inside already too much. These people are suicidal. These people are miserable. It's very sad. And knowing you are unconditional love, you can just see it for what it is and just have compassion. Don't take anything personally, because it has nothing to do with you. You are infinitely valuable and powerful. You are all in essence, you are all those things already, infinite value. No matter what anyone outside says, you are infinitely valuable. You shine, you have happiness, you have joy, inner peace. It's natural state of being. Like a baby that's born has that already. So it's your nature. That's the proof. As a baby, you had all that. But because of those programming, that programming, it went away. It got covered up. And that's the darkness I'm talking about. So it doesn't serve anyone to get revenge. You just be who you are and shine even brighter. So they're actually fueling your awareness even more to be more love. So they're actually helping you. And you're helping them actually, because if they see, oh, I can't really devalue that person. Maybe that person has something real to say. Maybe that person has a point. Then they get inspired. So you flip the script. So revenge not necessary, because material things don't make if you have some injustice and something's taken away, material things you can lose, but if you're a source within yourself, you can always rebuild and rebuild. The other people that steal, the thieves, the energy thieves, they cannot rebuild because they have no creativity, they have no spark, because they have disowned their true self. You always have enough creativity to make it anywhere, with any circumstance, because you are a powerful creator. So you never have to fear anything. Fear is an illusion. And through that knowing, you become extremely powerful. No one can even touch you. You just have compassion. Oh, they got a lot of stuff by trickery. Who cares? They're miserable inside. You don't have to revenge them or punish them. They'll be just their miserable selves. And it's actually, you wish them the best because you want them to be happy and loving. Because it's in there. It's in there. But you don't hang around them because that's just naive. Don't be around them because they have to do it themselves. You cannot love them because they don't see your love. You cannot heal them. They have to do it themselves. They have to take full responsibility of their inner world. You cannot not do that for anyone. They have to be so miserable and suffering that they will do it themselves, because in the end they notice that no one wants to be around them. No one wants to be in their presence. Then they might start to go within. Oh, why? Why am I so lonely? Yeah, because you haven't done the inner work to become the truth of who you are. So who you really are is actually this pure self. Your authentic self is very pure, happy. And it's wonderful, it's beautiful. But you covered it up. So just peel off those layers. So face your shadows, your demons. So face your demons. Then all will be resolved. Don't do this too late because it will kill you physically. You don't have enough energy to do inner work. It's extremely taxing on the physical body to wait with doing inner work. Facing your shadows. Where have I been selfish? Where have I been wrong? I was wrong. I was selfish. I was fearful. That's why I acted out. I'm sorry. I don't want to harm you. That's a great start. That's a great start. So, much love to you. See you in the next one.